Hello there and welcome to 5-minute tea breaks. This is the segment where we go to people in between their breaks and ask them questions about the latest buzzwords. Today's buzzword will be mobile learning. We've discussed micro learning. Now we're going in a little deeper and discussing about mobile learning. Alright, so let's see who we can catch today. Hi Sameer.
Hi Priyanka.
It's me again. I'm here to disturb your tea break again.
I can see that.
Yeah, sad face again. Alright. So today I'm going to ask you about one of the most buzzing buzzwords that I'm hearing around. Alright, and that is mobile learning. So quickly, let's talk about what and why.
Okay, so mobile learning is actually quite hot these days.
Right.
And when you say what, it's mostly in the context that the organizations are saying, hey, can we have our workforce, leverage the mobile as a delivery of training content most of the times.
Right.
And then when you say why, then mostly the reasons are associated with inclusion of the people who are far away from main locations where the trainings can happen. And we are also seeing situations where people are saying that it's sometimes very difficult to have everybody come to the room, and then therefore it's much like e-learnings. Can you do it on mobile phone? That's just a difference. But more importantly and most importantly that I have seen is that you can actually cover many new constituencies in your workforce.
Right.
For example, different type of language related content that you want to do. That can be done much more easily on mobile. Also, newer type of content can be utilized. Newer type of paradigms can be tested. For example, micro learning.
Right.
Now, if you try to train people, whether you invite them in a classroom or you do it remotely as in e-learning, but when you do micro learning, that's a whole world of difference.
Right.
Because you really get a lot of attention for a small content, and behaviorally people remember it much better. So that is why this is becoming that popular these days, and that is why it is becoming that talked about.
Right. So that was kind of about why mobile learning is going strong. So now I'm going to turn the table around and I'm going to ask you, why not would it succeed in the long run, if I say?
Wonderful, wonderful. And I'm seeing many projects fail as we speak. One of the biggest reasons why it can go wrong is when you just see it as another method of extending your delivery of e-learnings.
Right.
Mostly that can be a good starting point. For some time you can say, hey, I'm going to use this newer device also. But that's a very different medium. People have very different behavior. Also, the control available to the organizations when the mobile devices are there is very limited. Many times most of the time the devices are owned by the workforce. So the things around security, the things around usage of bandwidth on an employee's charge, those things come in the picture.
Right.
And if you include all of that in mind, then you see, if you don't sort of plan for it, if you really don't make your mobile devices use certain newer type of things like micro learning,
Right.
and you have to use that more often. You have to shift away from your thinking of what constitutes a content.
Right.
And if you do that, I can tell you, this is the most important way of learning really. It also goes closest to us behaviorally as well.
Right.
Something small coming in front of us, very close to us in our pocket, is what we remember also longest term.
Right.
So that's where we have to be conscious and very careful. You
Right.
don't have to just extend your e-learning programs to mobile. That's when it fails.
Alright. So that was all for today, and thank you for this quick session. I think you can get back to your tea now.
Yeah, sure. Keep coming. I enjoy this. Thanks.
Thank you.